Good morning, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're doing well on this chilly, rainy morning, and you're ready for the day that we celebrate love. Not that we shouldn't celebrate love every day of the year, right? But on this day that's often set aside to celebrate love, I really felt like I wanted to share with you guys some essential oils for all of the emotions that can happen on Valentine's Day, because right, we're all in different places and there's different things going on in our lives, and that can bring up a lot of different emotions in us, right? So I want to share just a little bit of some oils that you can use for different emotions that you're feeling. So, because not everybody is in a place where they are just feeling loved, they have someone to love, and they're just, that love is going back and forth, but maybe you're in a relationship and there is somebody that you love, but you're not feeling really connected to them or passionate. There are some oils you can use to help you feel a little bit more connected or passionate with your spouse or your significant other, and I'm just going to share a couple of them with you, but the first one is jasmine. So jasmine is a beautiful oil to help with just the purity and the balance of the relationship, right? Helping us to feel significant and just balanced in who we are, right? Helping us to, good morning, Pastor Tony, to feel more balanced and connected, right? So this is a really good one to just roll on your wrists, to put a little bit behind your ears, to just help you feel that connectedness to them. And maybe there's been some things that have happened in that relationship and you just kind of want to wash the slate clean. This is also a really good one to help with that. Fennel is the oil of responsibility. So maybe in the relationship, sometimes we often think like, well, they're not doing this, or I wish they would do this, or, we've kind of put it all on them, and we don't take responsibility for maybe what we're doing or what we're not doing, right? It's so much easier to put it on them and not put it on ourselves. So fennel is a really good oil if you sit down and you think about like your emotions. Have you done something nice for them recently? Have you loved them in their love language? Maybe you kind of haven't been and you don't even realize it, and you're wanting them to love you a certain way, but you're not really showing them love. One of the best ways to have people love you is to love them, right? So fennel is the oil of responsibility. Helps us to, take that and be like, okay, I can't change anybody else. I can only change myself. And so I'm going to do something kind and loving for them, and not just sit and wish and expect them to read my mind and know how to love me, right? I'm going to take action in myself and do for them. So I love fennel for that. This is a good one to diffuse. Again, you can apply on any of those perfume points, so the inside of the wrists, behind the ears, the back of the neck, to just help you take responsibility for you in loving them. Passion is also a beautiful oil. So I love the passion blend. So this is a blend of oils, and this one just, maybe you don't feel inspired in loving them, or just in loving yourself, and you want to feel more inspired, you want to feel more playful, you want to feel more alive and passionate, either in a relationship, right, or just passionate about life, right? Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about loving somebody else necessarily. You can love yourself. Self-love is really important also. So those are 3 oils that just really help to give you that passion, maybe put a new angle on things and move forward in that. But when we talk about self-love and or feeling loved, or the lack of, right? Maybe you're not feeling loved. I like to use frankincense for this. Frankincense is the oil of truth, and you know what? It just helps to open your mind to know that you are loved. There are people in your life that do love you, and if you're not really sure who they are, you know, use some frankincense. Put it on your hands. You can take a drop and just put it like this. This is a great thing to do with any oil. Whatever oil you find that touches you today while we're talking about them, put it on and smell it. And just, you know, frankincense opens us up to know the truth. Know the truth that, you know what, God loves you, and there are people in your life that truly want to connect with you and love on you, and maybe they've been trying, but you're not seeing it. So frankincense helps us to know our truth. The rose oil, this is good for so many different emotions. But rose is divine love. God loves you. He really, truly loves you. So I hope that you're using your oils and you're receiving that love. Maybe you've been feeling brokenhearted and you're wanting to feel whole. At a class that we had this last week, the gal talked about you can't expect somebody else to fill those, like, be the other half of you, or like, I'll be complete when I find the one. You gotta be whole and for you, right? Whole, and then you can love somebody else, right? You can't expect them to fill in all those pieces. So rose is a beautiful one to use for that. Again, just putting it on your hands, putting it on your wrists like this, and making sure that you're smelling it. And just really allowing yourself to begin to see beyond the blinders that we put on, the blinders that we're not loved, this day is not a happy day because we don't have we're not in a relationship, we don't have somebody there who's loving on us. You can love on your best friend, you can love on your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad. Somebody might come to mind, and you know what, if you reach out and love on them, they're gonna appreciate that, and that's gonna make a difference in their life. So I love rose for that. Maybe you're feeling lonely, right? So maybe you lost love this last year. You know, you had a breakup or something like that, and you're just feeling kind of lonely. Cedar wood is a great oil to use for that. Cedar wood is the oil of community, and, you know, just letting you know that you are connected to people. And you know what? If you start looking for ways to love on other people, you're gonna see how much they're loving on you, right? When we begin to do things for others, we really begin to see them turn around and want to do for us as well, right? So cedarwood helps you to feel that connectedness to community. Maybe it's to your spouse or to your loved one. You know, it just helps you to feel that so that you're not alone. Because sometimes we can be isolated, we can isolate ourselves, and then we feel very alone, and we don't necessarily want to feel that way, right? So cedarwood can help us to come out of that. Let's see, we already talked about frankincense. Here you go, baby. Speaking of love, this is one of my little loves here, my sweet girl. So maybe also you have lost a loved one, right? You lost your spouse recently, or you know, you're feeling just like that love is missing. Geranium is a beautiful oil to use for that. This is the oil of love and trust. So diffusing geranium, putting some over your heart, just help to open yourself up to emotional healing, right? To help us to address that loss that we're feeling, maybe feel a little bit more comforted. And for being comforted, I love the blend Console. So this blend is just really comforting. It's just helps us to feel that like warm hug of like you're not alone. Just because a loved one is gone, you know, you can feel like they're close by. You can just feel comfort in that. It helps us to deal with those emotions of lost love and emotional healing. So, okay, lonely. Sorry, I took some notes because I really felt compelled to share with you, just because I felt like there were so many different emotions that people go through on Valentine's Day. and wanted to just share some of the things that I would use. So for sometimes we just need to accept ourselves. So bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. This is a great one to diffuse. Again, put it or drop on your hands and breathe in. Massage it onto your ears. You know, really accept yourself for who you are. You know, maybe things haven't gone the way you planned. Your desired love story isn't what you originally wanted it to be, or your life looks different. Accepting yourself for who God made you, and giving yourself that hope for the future, right? So bergamot is a great one to use for that. And then the beautiful blend. I just wanted to share the beautiful blend. You are beautiful. You are loved. And I hope that if you're watching this video that you feel loved by me, that you feel loved by God. And the beautiful blend just really helps you to feel grateful, to feel worthy, to feel lovable. You know, you are lovable. And maybe that will help to open your eyes so that you'll see how loved you are, and open yourself up to be loved, right? Because sometimes I think we close ourselves off, and we can feel upset or disappointed or all those emotions, and we don't allow ourselves to be loved, right? We want to take that time to allow ourselves to be in that space where we can feel loved and receive love, right? So I just want to share a few of these things with you, some oils that can help us deal with some of the emotions and the craziness that can happen on Valentine's Day. I know that I am very loved and celebrated here in my home, and I am going to love on my family members and my husband today to make sure that they feel the same, and I hope that you feel loved, and you know, reach out and love on somebody else today. You know, somebody comes to mind, send them a text message, give them a call, say, I was thinking about you. You know, you don't know the difference that you'll make in their day in just showing that love. I think so many times we put Valentine's Day in a romantic love category, and often it is, and I think it's important to love, you know, your spouse and have that romantic love, but maybe you're not in that place. Love others, and you will in turn see how that love is returned and comes back to you. All right. I hope you have a fabulous and beautiful Valentine's Day. And if you know somebody who could maybe utilize a little extra love in their life, show them this video. And thanks for joining me today.